Yo, guys, Urban Bars brings you the best UK reactions to rap, hip hop, and urban music from all around the world. And guys, it's literally been 2 minutes since I heard and reacted to Chris Webby and his track North of Richmond remix. And my mind has been blown right out of its skull. Really, it has been blown. That is a track and a half, and it's one of the tracks that I'm so glad, and is one of the reasons why I do this show here at Urban Bars, guys. I love music, but I love music which actually has a means and an ends, and has meaning, and has flow, and has passion, and has subject matter. Oh my goodness, if you haven't heard North of Richmond, the North of Richmond remix, you need to go and listen to it, people. It is an amazing track. And Chris Webby is an amazing artist. Amazing artist. And I'm so glad he's back. And guys, I'm not going to say anything more because this track I've just seen is going to be about 9 or 10 minutes long. And it's the long awaited, the long, and it really has been awaited, Raw Thought 6. Guys, Urban Bars. Let's get into it. 20 years after the cordyceps. I don't know what that is. If you know, guys, let me know down here in the comment section. Outbreak. It brought society to a halt and the United States remained a wasteland. So it looks like this is going to be kind of like a semi-film kind of thing, but, you know, cinematographic, kind of cinemascope, kind of whatever. I don't even know what I'm talking about, guys, but let's check this out together. So this reminds me, people, of Terminator. Terminator 1, Terminator 2. Like the States has become a wasteland. So this is 20 years after that wasteland. A very similar story to Terminator. And what was it, Skynet? With the cyber organisms and with the robots that came to life and all that kind of stuff. You know, so it was a system against humanity, and humanity was on its last legs. And that's why they sent John Connor back in time to save humanity. This, that, and the third. Anyway, let's check it out. It might be on a similar scale, it might not be. But we got when word reached an undisclosed outpost in Connecticut. So we had Connecticut in the last video, north of Richmond. I saw there was a sign for Connecticut there. So maybe this is going to be a sequel to that. So when you talk about north of Richmond, I saw the sign of Connecticut there. So maybe we got something there. Anyway, there's a potential cure. A small group of survivors were embarked on a journey to find it. Let's get it. They rap lyrics? Oh, been a scene here, isn't there, people? Safe. What's in the safe? Oh, is that the cure? It's the cure.
Here we are again.
Just thinking about that. What was that thing with that girl? I can't pronounce her name, unfortunately. But she did the thing with the T virus, etc., etc. What was that called again? That was a great series. I used to watch that. The T virus. I just can't remember what it's called.
I wish I didn't have to keep writing these songs. I really do. Let me warm up real quick. Another time, another year, another chance to remind these rappers why I'm who they fear. If we're being honest, I've been getting tired of it here. Now it's time to say goodbye and have me sign your souvenirs, cause this Wednesday's the last one. Really? It's a rap, son. 7-year album rollout. And then when that's done...
So that is like, with the, I don't even know what you call them. Sorry, I haven't done this for so long, my mind has just gone blank. The zombies. What was that T virus? What was that film, the series called? I can't remember. With that girl, she's got like a Slavic sounding name. She was the hero of the film. But this is, so we got zombies, the T virus, we got this, that, and the third. We've got Skynet, we've got Terminator. Guys, this is serious.
Another time, another year, another chance to remind these rappers why I'm who they fear. If we're being honest, I've been getting tired of it here. Now it's time to say goodbye and have me sign your souvenirs, cause this Wednesday's the last one. Really? It's a rap, son. 7-year album rollout. And then when that's done, I ain't really got a plan for what be coming next. But before I dip, you know I got a couple left.
So I hope this is not true. Webby's going about 7 years, and he said with the Wednesdays, blah blah blah, and he said this is the last one. Is this his last album? Guys, let me know. I hope not. We want more Webby stuff.
Have me sign your souvenirs, cause this Wednesday's the last one. Really? It's a rap, son. 7-year album rollout. And then when that's done, I ain't really got a plan for what be coming next. But before I dip, you know I got a couple left. Get it off my chest, incline press, all in an eloquent way. If you don't move, you might be catching it straight. Low key, lot of rappers biting Webby these days. I'm a proud dad. Who am I to get in the way of all my...
Love that, low key. A lot of people biting Webby these days, and there is actually the style, the flow, the subject matter, etc., etc., etc. He's got a point. He's got a point.
Lot of rappers biting Webby these days. I'm a proud dad. Who am I to get in the way of all my sons I gave life to? Look at them run. Feels like yesterday I taught them to walk. Now they become so big since I showed them how this shit could be done. Why would I ask for flowers in a game that's giving me none? I'm so independent, I'm making...
Yeah, it's time to give Webby his flowers, and he's so independent. Oh my goodness. So he's sonned or fathered a lot of sons who have come out with his style and running with his style, but they haven't given him the flowers or the props, even though they're now running with his style.
Since I showed them how this shit could be done, why would I ask for flowers in a game that's giving me none? I'm so independent, I make independent rappers look dependent. I birthed the business model, other people took the credit.
I love it. I'm so independent. I make independent rappers look dependent on him. Oh my goodness. And he's talking about he wrote the business model. I love that. I'm so independent. I make independent rappers look dependent.
I'm so big since I showed them how this shit could be done. Why would I ask for flowers in a game that's giving me none? I'm so independent. I make independent rappers look dependent. I birthed the business model. Other people took the credit. So get your shit straight. I've been around since that Piff mixtapes. This ain't fucking clickbait. When I'm on the road, I'm who they paying to see. Night after night, year after year, remaining to be one of the coldest MCs, undebated indeed. They try but can't replicate being as crazy as me. An OG in a game full of puppies and I'm Cujo. Yeah, they got some monthlies. They ain't packing rooms though.
An OG in this game full of puppies and I'm Cujo. Oh my goodness. What was that thing with Cujo? I can't remember.
Indeed, they try but can't replicate being as crazy as me. An OG in a game full of puppies and I'm Cujo. Yeah, they got some monthlies. They ain't packing rooms though. They don't know the ciphers where I grew up paying dues. They'll never fit in my shoes. They'll never do what I do. So till the government'll get to killing me already. What the fuck you waiting on? I told you Hillary, I'm ready. But shit, until they get me, we gon' ride it higher now with the bars. Yeah, singing like the Irish side of town. And my mind's derailed like all the damn trains these days. Got me afraid of the rain these days. But the Ukraine these days, yeah, that's what they want us watching. Instead of chemical fires and clouds of dioxins.
Oh, so the diversion. But what is really going on? I'm not going to mention their name, but there's a big diversion. And it's annoying me as well, because that diversion is in all our sports as well. Sport should be sport, but they've literally washed sport full of all this nonsense. But what's really going on while we're looking left? What's going on to our right, people? Let me know, let me know. Really? I keep telling you, the economy. Trust me on that. They don't like me talking about it.
Got me afraid of the rain these days. But the Ukraine these days, yeah, that's what they want us watching. Instead of chemical fires and clouds of dioxins. Vinyl chloride killing with the drizzle dropping. Breathing or eating food seeped in toxins. toxins contaminate our crops and the water that we wash in, and tell you that it's safe. They some lying motherfuckers. Now it's just another cover-up. Really, I mean, what the fuck? All these black rock motherfuckers trying to come for us. Maybe we should come for them. Load and light the muzzle up. Pour some Ohio tap water and fill them up a cup. Straight from East Palestine. Make them all swallow it and drive them to their first visit to the oncologist. 2 years later when the tumors all surface, just to look them in the eyes and tell them that they deserve it. We got Klaus Schwab, Bill.
So is this the same place that he filmed north of Richmond? And just see all the greenery and all that sort of stuff there, and you saw like the burnt out American flag, blah blah blah. It just looks like this is literally just a follow on straight from that. I think they filmed in a similar location. Maybe I'm wrong, guys, but let me know, let me know.
Visit to the oncologist 2 years later when the tumors all surface, just to look them in the eyes and tell them that they deserve it. We got Klaus Schwab, Bill Gates, all these damn serpents in society.
Klaus Schwab and Bill Gates. People don't know who Klaus Schwab is. He's the one who's talking about the New World Order. And he's the one who's talking about the Agenda 2030. He's the one who's talking about resetting everything, the global reset. We got Bill Gates, who's always talking about all these things to do with pharma, medicine, this, that, and the third, blah, blah, blah. And Bill Gates is a bit of a eugenicist. Look into it yourself and all that kind of stuff, nonsense. But I'm not going to say too much more about it. But Bill and Melinda Gates, look into them, people, and just decide for yourself.
Guys, and tell them that they deserve it. We got Klaus Schwab, Bill Gates, all these damn serpents in society lying like they aren't trying to hurt us. The poison us for profit, they've been trimming down our population. Evil is the occupation. With the great reset prepped and on deck, sheep following sheep.
See, the great reset. Mr. Klaus Schwab, is he on the World Economic Forum? This, that, and the third? Really? I used to listen to, was it Letter from America with Alistair? Was it Alistair Cook? Alistair something years ago? And I was only a kid then. I used to shake my head thinking, what are they doing then? So if they were doing nonsense then, what are they doing now? Let me know, let me know.
They've been trimming down our population. Evil is the occupation. With the great reset prepped and on deck, sheep following sheep. Our country's falling apart, Biden's falling asleep. They put our rights up on the market
Sleepy
and they
Joe.
bought them for cheap. While selling fear through propaganda, then they wash and repeat and see. They tell.
So people, I always say to you when you watch videos,
Selling fear.
so star signs, symbols, colors, numbers, it's all in there, guys. If you got eyes to see.
In society lying like they aren't trying to hurt us. The poison us for profit, they've been trimming down our population. Evil is the occupation. With the great reset prepped and on deck, sheep following sheep. Our country's falling apart, Biden's falling asleep. They put our rights up on the market and they bought them for cheap. While selling fear through propaganda, then they wash and repeat and see. They tell a boy he's a girl, no he's not, he's 8. That I will not debate, let alone tolerate. All these.
They tell a boy he's a girl, no he's not, he's 8, but I won't debate, but the others I won't tolerate, or words to that effect. So if you keep telling someone something for long enough, they'll start to believe it. That's what we say about lies as well. If you tell a lie long enough, then that lie will probably become the truth in the public eye. So if you tell someone that there's something they're not, at some point they may even start to believe it. Really, we live in a very weird place. But guys, there's still 6 more minutes to flow, so I ain't gonna say too much more.
While selling fear through propaganda, then they wash and repeat and see. They tell a boy he's a girl, no he's not, he's 8. That I will not debate, let alone tolerate. All these genders nowadays, how do we accommodate? Most of us are just confused, why y'all gotta call it hate? Canceling is all the rage, sanity been tossed away. Kids identifying as animals and we call them brave. But fuck that, I don't care if it's my kid or not. DCF can have them if they shitting in a litter box. Did you get boosted? Well, Charlie Puth did. All these shots fucking with hearts like Cupid. They selling souls to the pharmacists, taking blood money and sucking big pharma's dick. But listen, that could never be Webby. I'd rather die a martyr than be a motherfucking hashtag Pfizer partner.
Oh.
And I'm not saying that you're stupid if you're vaxxed though, Mr. Fiasco. All I'm saying is I am smart. I know that I'm a fire starter, but I tried to tell them all in raw thoughts 5. But let me add, if you got it against your will for a job that'll pay your bills, then your bosses should be in jail, your doctor should all be.
So what you're saying there, people, is a couple of years back, you couldn't get anything unless you were vaccinated, etc., etc. And if you weren't vaccinated, then you were a pariah, you were some kind of mad person, you were kind of a conspiracy theories, this, that, and the third, blah, blah, blah. But what a man is saying is that this is against human rights. It's your human right to have stuff going into your system. Whether it's right or wrong, that's not the debate. It's your human right to do what you should be doing with your body. Does the government have the right to demand for you to ingest or inject things into your body? Really? There's also the debate now about, anyway, I'm not even going to go into that, people, but it's a question, isn't it? It's a question to ask yourself. And right now we've got things like GDPR, so they can't even keep records of these stuff anymore. You can only keep records for so long. So now you have to get rid of these records. So was it even worth it? You answer the question.
You will for a job that'll pay your bills, then your bosses should be in jail. Your doctor should all be and I'm sorry, that's how I feel. But they were following orders. You know who else was following orders? Nazi supporters. Fuck all
That's
them.
So true. And that is the hypocrisy that makes me sick about this sort of stuff. When people start saying stuff, oh, we were following orders. But hang on a second. You go back to Nuremberg, they were only following orders, and they were executed for following orders. So you've got all these people talking about, oh, we were following orders, da, 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 da. But how far do you go back? If you go back to people following orders, so you've got all these witch hunts that are going on now. But how far do you go back? And then what do you do with these people? Listen, there's a lot of hypocrisy in this world. These people need to be... Really?
Following orders. You know who else was following orders? Nazi supporters. Fuck all the employers who ever forcing their staff to be enforced with a jab for a flu that they probably already had. To keep a job that gives them all that they have. Free country, how the fuck are we even calling it that? Is it like some sick joke? Is it all for a laugh? Have we truly reached a point that we're too lost to get back? Are we body positive? Is it fine to be fat? It's actually healthy according to some scientist stats. But look, Nestle is the company supplying the fat. That's a conspiracy. I'm just not subscribing to that. So get your...
Oh man, Webby, he's naming names. He ain't taking no prisoners. He's naming names. Listen, we need to protect Chris Webby. I just got off the back literally a few minutes ago of North of Richmond remix. Oh my goodness. Webby's naming names and taking no prisoners.
Tinfoil hat and never come back again. Racist colonizer, I will never play your tracks again. Till you say sorry for being white. Not that again. How you blaming me for slavery? Shit, I'm Italian.
So there you go, guys. Then we've got this thing about BLM, Black Lives Matter, this, that, and everything else. They bring racism into it. I keep telling people, this is about divide and rule. What they want to do is make us all be fighting against each other, whether it's against race, color, creed, religion, whether it's against sex, identity, all this kind of stuff, people. If they can have A against B, then literally it's great for them because they could just walk in that back door and do whatever they want to do. And I don't care what people say to me. I'm telling you, this is the truth. All my life, people, I've never had problem with people on race, religion, color, sexuality, this, that, and the third, whatever. I talk to people on the basis that they are human beings, but they don't want us to identify people as human beings. That's the only thing that absolutely unites us all. We're human beings. But what they want to do is to make differences the issue. So they divide us on age, sex, sexuality, culture, religion, wealth, this, that, politics, whatever. And they want us to be at each other's throats, bashing heads together. But at that time when we're bashing heads together and venting whatever and beating each other up, they're walking in the back door and just taking... Anyway, guys, we need to be a lot wiser. We need to be a lot wiser in this game, guys. They're playing us for fools.
Say sorry for being white. Not that again. How you blaming me for slavery? Shit, I'm Italian. Only on your mother's side, see? You just fucking lied. Shut the fuck up, yo. Damn, let me fucking slide. Not getting canceled already. It's been a bumpy ride. You expect me to run and hide? Never that. I be ivermectin with it. Yeah, I gave him the remedy. Hit the game with the recipe. Did it safe and effectively. Saw the Grim Reaper just a couple paces ahead of me. But we cut a side deal and dug a grave for my enemies. And the thing about the truth is they don't let us see. And the thing about the proof is they keep it from me. While the thing about the news is it's made for dummies. And the thing about the Jews is
the thing about the news is it's made for dummies. Guys, I stopped watching the news many, many years ago. And you know what? I feel a lot better for it. The news is literally just, well, I'm not even going to go there, people, but when the news is on, flick into all the other news channels. You hear exactly the same stories. Is that the only news that's going on, guys? Really? Listen. You need to wake up.
This is ahead of me, but we cut a side deal and dug a grave for my enemies. And the thing about the truth is, they don't let us see. And the thing about the proof is, they keep it from me. While the thing about the news is, it's made for dummies. And the thing about the Jews is... Wait, did my song censor itself? Oh, great. Now they'll say I'm anti-Semitic as well. It's alright, and make sure my records never will sell. Say what you will about them, yo, but shit, they clever as hell. Jesus Christ, folks. Are we at the point where as a white guy, I gotta ask if it's fine if I make a white joke? A little extra mayonnaise up on the side joke? A little I don't get pulled over when I drive joke? Lighten up, people, we ain't so different. The two teams now are the compliers and the dissidents. So pick a side, ain't no time for you to sit the fence. Say fuck this, refuse to be a participant. Awake yourself from the cloud of cognitive dissonance. Conspiracies are coming true, it's no coincidence. The ones that power banking on us staying ignorant. That's why they hate us when we give a shit. So listen, cause if everybody gave a shit at once, then their game would all be done. If the people united against the few that run the planet, we would take them in a month. I don't know what would come after all, I'm just a rapper.
So what our man Chris Webby's saying is, like, I shouldn't say what my school motto was, but literally, if we all stand together, we're stronger than all of the nonsense that's going on behind closed doors, this, that, and the third, whatever. But I was going to say again about this video is incredible. Whoever shot this video, the locations, etc., etc., it's a mini epic. Absolutely fantastic. It really is great. And our man Webby, he's a wordsmith. He's got a word. He's got a way of putting words together, and a way of absolutely letting those words jump off the page and absolutely hit you emotively. And it just hits you in there, and you actually feel what he's thinking and what he's saying and what he's telling you.
It's no coincidence. The ones that power banking on us staying ignorant. That's why they hate us when we give a shit. So listen, cause if everybody gave a shit at once, then their game would all be done. If the people united against the few that run the planet, we would take them in a month. I don't know what would come after all, I'm just a rapper trying to spread truth while I'm still on earth. And sometimes with the truth, that shit gon' hurt. Last Wednesday, bitch. But before I dip off, I got some people that I gotta piss off first. Webby, raw thoughts.
It's his last Wednesday, so is he no longer going to be dropping Webby Wednesdays? But guys, let's hope Chris Webby is still going to be dropping bombs, jewels, because we need to listen to this, guys. We really need to learn and know.
To all my brothers and sisters in the quarantine zones, or anyone else tapped into these frequencies.
Hang on.
To all my brothers and sisters in the quarantine.
This guy here, is he a rapper? I'm sure I've covered a track. I might be wrong, guys, but let me know. Is this guy? Anyway, let me know, guys. Please.
Zones, or anyone else tapped into these frequencies hearing my words. The survivors out there who still have enough fight in them to stand up against the injustice and tyranny of the establishments risen from the shadow of our society's collapse. Fedra and their affiliate groups seek to keep us in a state of dependence as they rule over us, just like the government elites in times of old. We may be lost, our spirits may be broken, but it isn't over yet. My name is of no importance anymore. All that matters is that I have found the cure they've been keeping from us. Anyone looking to seek refuge and help us take the next steps towards a brighter tomorrow, you have a home with us. To those prepared to dissent, now is our time to rise. And to those whose fear blinds them into compliance, it's time to pick a side. If you continue to ride the fence, you will get caught in the crossfire. Because there will be a war ahead, both of the physical and spiritual kind. And if the wrong side winds up on the losing end, it very well may be the last war. So to anyone looking to interfere and try to further subjugate us, Fedra or whoever, we'll be ready.
Whoa. 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 So it's Christian Webster, Chris Webby, and Rook, Christian Webster. I did not know that was his real name. I just know him as Chris Webby. And Chris, that was fantastic. I absolutely loved what you did all of last year. This Raw Thoughts 6. And Chris, again, I pray that you are safe and you look after yourself. Please look after yourself, guy. Just, they're not going to like what they're hearing. I'm not even joking. So if you check this out, Chris, please look after yourself. Don't let them come for you. This is sensational. This gives us that big beat style. Love it. This is hip hop. Love it. Love it. ADHD. Guys, that was absolutely sensational. Absolutely fantastic. That deserves all the awards that you can give it. It was fantastic. And there was no filler in it. There was no nonsense. And literally, Chris was literally telling us the truth. Guys, I can't talk too much about what's going on, but listen, he must have lots of stuff going on behind the scenes as well, because I'm just a little itty bitty whatever, and I'm getting knockbacks left, right, and Chelsea people. But at some point, we will have to choose. You have to choose. But remember, what's going on the left, what's happening on your right, you need to check that. But anyway, that was Raw Thoughts 6. That was absolutely brilliant, and I'm so glad in some ways that our man delivered it in the way he did there. It was fantastic. We had a mini film there, but within that mini film we had a few issues that Chris talked about and a few subjects that he talked about and he touched upon, and we need to really just keep our eyes open, just keep focused, laser focused on what's going on, people, because if you don't, the moment you'll be sleeping, they'll be creeping. They'll be creeping while we be sleeping. Trust me on that, people. That's all I'm going to say. But unbelievable. My man is fantastic. And also what he said when he started off saying, like, he's almost like the godfather to some of this sort of stuff. People have stolen his style. He's not had the flowers that he should have had. And our man Webby's fantastic. Absolutely love him. Love what he does. Absolutely just sensational stuff. And my man can cover any style of the game of hip hop. But sometimes when he tells you his raw thoughts, he's literally telling you, this is something that you should be aware of. This is something you need to keep your eyes on. Keep your eyes on this, guys. But there you go, guys. But as I said to you, again, once you start talking about politics and getting involved in politics and start touching on it, you need to protect yourself. Because the thing is, if my man Chris Webby was starting to talk about other rappers, he was starting to talk about this, that, and the third, blah, blah, blah. They don't care about that. But once he starts talking about what's going on with the system, that's when they care about it. That's when they come for you. And that's when they literally make you into either an idiot, a clown character, this, that, and the third, or a troublemaker, a diva, this, that, and everything else. And then people start walking away from you because they don't want the truth to come out. So if they can discredit you in some kind of way, that's great, because then it looks like the truth that you're saying is discredited, so no one's going to listen to it. But trust me on this, people. Keep your eyes laser focused on what he's talking about. You need to keep your eyes focused on what our man Chris Webby's talking about. Guys, that video was fantastic. So that was directed by Rook. I'm so sorry I don't know too much about Rook, but did a great job. Absolutely fantastic job there, people. Great video, 10 minutes. It seemed like about 2 minutes. It was brilliant. I have to watch that again. And that is right on the back of north of Richmond. That was sensational. So I got 2 for 2 in the last couple of minutes. Oh man, Chris Webby, you've come back on fire. And you never left. Because when you did your last few tracks, they were fire too. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I absolutely love that, people. I love that so much. So, guys, here at Urb'n Barz, oof, I ain't going to be saying too much more, guys, apart from look after yourselves, look after each other. If you've already subscribed to my channel here at Urb'n Barz, thank you so much. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and help a brother out. Help a brother out. But, guys, more importantly than all of that, guys, make sure you give Chris Webby a like, get onto his channel, check out Raw Thought 6, check out North of Richmond, give him a like, give him a thank you, and guys, make certain you come back to the next Urb'n Barz reaction, guys.